What's up, aspiring homeowners? Here with some ideas on how to gain the properties with sources that we can mine for properties. Now, it's like 2 a.m., so I'm actually going to take it outside so we can have a frank discussion with this without pissing anyone off. But there's actually a lot of value in doing activities that piss people off because it's breaking the rules in a way that gives you an edge. And it just, most of the time it pisses people off because you decide to do things differently than them, and thinking differently is not a crime. You know, I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger who said we can break the rules but not the law, and do okay there because you're just doing activity when everyone else is sleeping. Let's say it's 2 a.m. most people are in bed right now, and that's alright. But if we're thinking about how to gain properties and make power plays for family resources, then you can get ahead, and over time it can have a snowball effect. Alright? You'll regain confidence. So we said there were a bunch of ways to get houses. Alright? Driving around during your normal activities, you'll probably see for sale by owner or for rent signs. Communicate with these guys and let them know that you either want to be an owner or be in a business relationship with an owner. And I'm really waking this dog up next door. Okay, but I'm still gonna read these off. Might go inside to keep it quiet. See? Okay, I'm really setting this dog off, so I'm gonna go back inside and we can continue the conversation. Alright, there's also HUD homes, which are government auction sites that you can use for getting a property at a steep discount. Basically, whether it was a VA loan or a FHA loan that fell through, government re-seized it and put it up at auction, and they will take a bid on it for whatever it may be, and they'll only compare the bids from the same day. And usually you have about 48 hours or something like that to get them the actual money. So you can go to HUD.gov or something like that, view it there. You can also do foreclosures and pre-foreclosures. If you want to go down to your county courthouse, they've got a list of everyone that's going through foreclosure and when their tax sales are. Like in Thurston County at least, they're doing a tax sale once a year. It happens in January. So if we can prepare funding before that, might be able to acquire a property to set up for rental income on that date, And of course each county's got their own auctions. There are private auctions, auction.com, I think Hibzu.com. There are a lot of private auction sites that will help people get it sold if it doesn't. Work the first time, You can also put out a newspaper ad. You can look in the newspapers, talk to realtors. If you have these business relationships with realtors, you can't be afraid to get out into the community because that's who knows where inventory is available. So something else we can do is wear a t-shirt that says "I buy houses cash." When you use the word cash, it's one of the most powerful words in the English language for getting attention, and then you can start the conversation about possibly getting more inventory. And these property management companies that are local around here, most of the property management companies have close relationships with the realty groups because they sell a house and they go to the property management company and they say, okay, well, you take care of this property. And it's a very tight-knit community, and there's some business partnerships that are good to be aware of in your local community. Okay. So let's say that you've found a house you're looking for, or Craigslist too. You can also post an ad on Craigslist and view every day what's available on Craigslist and send out these email offers to the owners. So it's not a binding contract. You're just sending out an email saying, I'd like to do this. Some people call it a letter of intent, which is another, maybe a more formal form that you could probably look up and get to them, saying, you know, this is a non-binding contract, but this is what I would like to discuss with you as a potential offer price. So let's say you found it and you've got the agreement, you've got the communication going, and they've accepted your offer. What can you do now? Well, there's a bunch of options for funding. You can do what's called a hard money loan, and that's backed up by the asset. So it's not based on you as an individual, it's based on the collateral that the real estate provides. It's based on being able to say that, okay, if there was an issue with the loan, we could sell it at this price. So we've got a physical property as collateral. Hard money costs more than a private money lender, which is an individual who's probably lending from his self-directed IRA from a company like Equity Trust Company or Camaplan. And they'll expect a lower rate than a hard money lender, but you're still getting them a return. And what it can open it up to doing is, after you've run the numbers, if the hard money loan and the rental income can be covered from the rental income, with a little bit left over for you, because you're doing this for income, you know, income to share. We're all in this for income and freedom for families, you know, and it's understandable if you can run the numbers before getting the loan and saying, all right, you know, the rent will cover the hard money loan, the debt service, which you can probably look at Robert Kiyosaki or Jermaine Massey's materials. He's got a free podcast. I'm saying this out, and as I've learned it from other people in the community, there's a lot of names that I could give to you with an email if you're looking for any resources, you know, because there's a lot of great educators in this field. But all of a sudden, you can get your hands on a cash flowing property. You've ran the numbers, you know that it cash flows, and you'll be rewarded for taking action on gaining a property that will help give someone a comfortable place to live and also set up a cash flow system that you vetted because you ran the numbers. Okay, so it's one little piece you can go to, and then you can start building the relationships with the people in the community and saying, all right, well, you know, connect everybody and make sure everybody eats well. All right, here's your family moves. Take care, man.